Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm working on a single page 3x8 layout. I have two pockets here. I only have two photos, but I want to make a photo flip. I want to use this card here. This is from a Day of the Dead set that I have. I've already used a couple of the pocket cards on other layouts, but I love this one because I have this photo, which is also a wife and groom kind of thing, so I thought this was appropriate. I wanted, or I hoped for, more orange. I pretty much only had one card in the whole set that had a lot of orange in it, and I kind of had to use it for a different layout. You'll see later that it really just matched well, so that's not an option. I don't want to use it twice, so that's already been used. So I have this one, and I want these up top, so this is what you see, but then I need a card in the middle, and I really want to work in something fun. But these are all I have left from the set. Kind of don't want to do this one because I already have two people on there. I love this. It's just like the colors, I've already got this much purple, and I just feel like maybe that's too much. I like this, but like there's no turquoisey blue really. There's a little bit in here, but there isn't any in that opening photo. I have this one, which is kind of the same purple or close, and it matches. And I like the saying of what it says, so that's certainly an option. And then I have another one that's a very sort of aqua turquoisey color. So I have a feeling it's probably going to be this one, but I'm going to play around with it and see. But to at least get me started, I'm going to make the flip out here photo flip. I'm going to make that for the top portion so I can at least get that done, and then I'll go from there. So for this one, I'm going to be honest, I didn't feel like pulling out my cutting machine and all of that to actually use the die that I have. So I just cut this 3 by 8 1/4. You do need a little extra room at the top for when this folds over. So it has to be slightly bigger than 8 inches, even though you have those size photos happening. So I just cut it to that, and then I used my bone folder to just do up the top and called it good. Not in the mood to mess with a lot of stuff today. So I have it ready. And then I also decided to grab out this washi. If I want to work in some more orange, I certainly could. And I love that the pattern on this is a little bit more intricate. It makes me think of like the patterns that you might see in some of the things like the candy skulls and all that. So I have that. I may put it in between for the little white part that shows or not, or I could work it into something here, or where's that card? If I use this card, I could maybe just like do a little at the top or something to bring in the orange. I don't know. But I have all of this, and then I'll just figure out how to put it all together. All right, so I have put one photo on the back piece here, which I knew I wanted it to be there. So when I open this, will be on top, this will be here, and it'll open like so. And I decided to just put the washi on there anyway, even though barely any of it will show, because I actually have 2 rolls of this. When I ordered this, I can't remember who I ordered it from, but when I ordered it, I only ordered 1, but they sent 2. And when I emailed them to say, hey, I got 2 of these, should I send it back? They're like, you know what, it's not worth sending it back, just keep it. So I actually have 2 rolls of this. Then you know what, I'm just going to use it. So I put some here. You may see a little tiny bit of it when this is all put together, not a huge amount, but it'll show through. That's kind of fun. You know, it works. So I'm going to do that, but I still may use some on the actual card as well. So I've decided it is for sure this card. I put on a little bit of washi there. Now I'm just going to put a staple in, and I want to do it through the card only, not through here once it is attached, because obviously it would show through. I don't want that. So I'm just going to avoid that by only putting it through the pocket card, and then I can adhere it. I have pulled out my Halloween/autumn phrases as well, because I feel like I can fit one in this dead space here or here, probably down here maybe, because I have this up top, but it depends on what I find. And I'm thinking like black and white is fine too. I don't remember how many I have left in here that are like spooky or ghost related or anything like that that might work with this. A lot of them are sort of generic to fall, but we'll see. I might have something. And then I may need one up top as well. because otherwise I don't really have anything here. And what I really liked about this display was this part, not necessarily down here. So if I found a phrase, I could kind of cover that up a little bit and get rid of some of that, which would be great. So that's what I'm looking for in my phrases. So I found a phrase already for the front. This one, live a colorful life. I like that. Just given the super bright colors, and then I could put it right down here and it covers up some of that busyness that's down here. I think that will work quite nicely. You know what, actually maybe I'll go this way. There's a little bit more space on this edge, so I could put it over here and then get a staple in there probably. So I think that's what I'll do. And then because this is a flip up, I need a tab as well. So I have to figure out, like, do I want to go with the purple to kind of bring that into this photo since there isn't any? Do I want more of a gold? Do I want the orange? I don't know. So I'll put the phrase on first and then I'll figure out the tab part. In my tabs that are already cut from other projects, I did find this one. I love the purple. The only problem is it's quite large. It like basically goes side to side on the card, and normally I don't do that. I like a smaller one kind of in the middle or off to the side. But I think if I kind of tuck it under quite a bit, like you'll only see that much showing. That's not as bad. Then at least it looks like there's some space on the other side, but you still kind of get the nice curve, you know, that's in there. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so top is all put together. The tab is on there. It looks great. Happy with that. Now, I wanted to maybe bring in some of the aqua and turquoise on there. I didn't think I did, but now I do. And I found these 3 phrases: make today count, this day, or fall favorites. And I think this one is too generic and it's a little too long, so probably not that one. But I like both of these. That's definitely the right size. However, I like the idea of using make today count because we're talking about Day of the Dead, right? So live while you can, do all the things you love, be with the people you love, that kind of a thing. So I think I might just do that one and put it there because it's still a good size. It's a little bit more narrow, but I think that's fine. But I could just, add it on there and call it good. So I have it in the pocket just to see what I think of it. And so it'll sit like this, open up like that. I like that a lot, and I'm glad I chose this. I think if I hadn't, it would just be like too flat in terms of color. This adds a nice little pop down there, and I like that. So I have all of that going. And now I'm tempted to almost work in a little bit of that turquoise maybe here as well. But I already have a phrase here, so I'm not sure how I would do it. I think it would look strange to kind of have it like anywhere on here, like it's too much. Maybe I should leave it alone, less is more. But I do like the idea of having that. Or maybe, could I just do like an enamel dot somewhere? I'm sure I have every color of the rainbow for those, I think. Could I just put one of those on here somewhere? I'll have to think about that. When I went into my stash of enamel dots looking for an option, I found these. I don't even remember like who makes these, where I got them, nothing. But this is all I have left on the sheet. I'm thinking about using these 3 here because I feel like with that color that's pretty close, I could maybe do one up here to bring some in on this card, one here, maybe even one here. Depends on how I want to distribute them, but I like the idea of using all 3 of those. I have added in the enamel stars here, so I've got one right there to bring that in. I've got one up here overlapping the washi, and then I put one just off to the side here. And I actually did my journaling here, so that's done as well. So all I really have to do is put this in the pocket, and then hopefully I'm done with this one. So let's see. What do I think? I love it. And you know what? This was the right choice to have used the purple, but to have them separated with a card in between. Otherwise, I think it would be too much. So I think that's perfect. And here's another one finished for Chicago. Thanks for watching.